The extraordinary summit of Arab and Islamic leaders produced no major shift on Gaza or Israel's impending attacks. Saqib Sheikh, a research scholar at the Rajaratnam School of International Studies, notes the statement mostly reiterates previous condemnations of Israeli actions, offering little new in terms of policy or pressure.
And these are all generally along the lines of what the various countries, the Muslim countries that came together have been saying already. So there wasn't really a dramatic change. There was some language that suggested that more punitive measures or more measures towards deterrence of Israel to conduct such activities would take place, but it didn't really spell it out. Even though during the meeting, you saw at various points several countries raise possible ideas. And I think that that wasn't really reflected in the final resolution, the final document, but it certainly is being discussed. And I think that perhaps one reason why it didn't fall into the final communication is that there may be a positioning issue, that a dramatic shift in the posture of any of these countries in the short term seems unlikely, given how much investment they have in perhaps certain security arrangements with the United States or just their existing economic arrangements. So it didn't really translate into any major change in policy that could be reflected from the document.
An extraordinary summit in Doha on September 15th brought together leaders from the Arab League and the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, following an Israeli strike on Qatari soil earlier this month. In a joint statement, the leaders condemned Israel's actions in Gaza and Doha and raised the possibility of a joint defense mechanism to counter Israeli aggression. Saqib Sheikh notes, however, that such an alliance could take years to materialize.
Security relationship with the United States. So the idea of transitioning from that in the short term seems unlikely. But what we are hearing are different signals from some of the countries. So Qatar, they suggested they're going to ramp up defense spending from 16 to 25 billion. And a lot of that defense spending, from what they've indicated, is going to be shifted towards China, Russia, other countries outside of the United States. That would be a sort of indicator that there is some flexibility of creating their own security arrangements. And it is a possibility in the long term.
He also said Israel would not regard the extraordinary summit as a genuine threat, given its confidence in US backing and its drive to block any prospects for a Palestinian state. Without coordinated action, Saqib said, Arab and Islamic states will struggle to deter Israel, which continues expanding settlements and reshaping Gaza to prevent Palestinian sovereignty. Israel has been pressing ahead with its campaign in Gaza, with Israeli forces intensifying strikes on Gaza City as US Secretary of State Marco Rubio visited Jerusalem in a show of political support.